Impresses me, who changes something, who invents something, actually makes this place better for creators. And I don't mean kitties and puppies. I mean, who's pushing technology? Those are the people I would invest my attention to, not who's making the most money. So what? Yeah, like like we've all seen it. Like Art Basel, some guy can duct tape a banana to a wall. Some idiot will pay $100 for that, hands down. Okay, but what does that do? That's not interesting to me. And so, like, my personal views on success are innovation, man. Like, what have you done differently? What space have you opened up where others may succeed? I'd rather be known for that than be dead with a whole bunch of money I can't spend. What do you leave behind? That's the question. You know what I mean? Not how much did you leave behind.
I flew Steve up here because Steve actually knows a lot more about kind of the technology under the hood and stuff like that. So I figured he could help out with some of his insight in there. I'm a bit of a musician, not a frickin' Liberace, and definitely not Pharrell. I could not tell you what that note is on that piece of paper, but together, I think we could offer some cool little bits of advice that may or may not help you on your way to creating an EDM banger. We're parked up on this Razor Blade Stealth here, which is actually performing quite good with the Universal Audio Apollo Twin. We've been playing with it all day, no major latency issues at all, really, and what we've managed to do is pull one of my tracks off my usual DAW and stick it all on this laptop, and we got the project in here. As you can see, I'm just gonna clicky-click, bob-a-trick. There you go, look at all those channels. It's a big, ugly mess.
You can alt-click and they'll all click at once.
You can. See, that's why I flew Steve up here. You can alt-click and there you go. I did not know that. I really, literally just learned that. So this whole thing here is the track. It's currently occupying about 40 channels of random stuff. And the track's called Imaginary Friends. We did consolidate some stuff just to save a little bit of CPU and some libraries that were on other hard drives that we couldn't like port over in a hurry. So that's just the way it is. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna kind of do a quick run through about like, you know, how the track was made, how the process of creating it, and then maybe go into a little bit of mixing and mastering, if you will. So let's get started.
I've seen you be in the studio and not try to make a track from start to finish, but on some days you'll just come up with melodies or chords or something like that, and then maybe at a later time you'll reevaluate those and come back and maybe like fill it out with pick a sound for it and build it up into a track. Is that kind of what happened here? Did you start with like a simple idea?
Yeah, absolutely. So like Steve said, more often than not, I want to say 80% of my creation time, as some of you are fans and watch my streams and just see me goofing around, is literally just coming up with tons of phrases and melodies and stuff like that with no drums, no, you know, I don't set out to make a track from start to finish. Some people do. I don't. And that's just my method. And one idea that kind of struck me for this track was actually an old track called 71C. And I'm just going to loop this section here. This was the melody. Which was really simple, and I mean, I could have taken that 1,000,001 different directions, I'm sure. But as I kind of went in, I start to stack melodic components to it, like, say, strings, and bass. And then all the way up to using Serum as an arpeggiator on top of all that. And so as you start to stack on that phrase or that 8, 16, 32 or whatever you want kind of theme, you just keep stacking, stacking, stacking. And the process of creating a track is essentially just, you know, bringing in and taking out those parts.